Hello everyone and welcome back to Fantasy Football. I'm Todd Gonzalez and we are here with a Week 13 matchup between the Daggerford Rogues and the Neverwinter Knights, coming to you from Daggerford on a 50-degree day today, not a whole lot of wind. Conditions should be pretty good for football, and hey, didn't we just play this team 2 weeks ago? The Rogues defeated the Knights 34-21, and we are turning around and playing them again. Because we are in the same division, we got to play them twice each year. And Alex Appleseed and company have won 3 straight games against the Knights after dropping both of our matchups against them in Season 1. We have really turned the matchup around, and it was a pretty non-competitive game last time, with the Rogues icing it with a couple of field goals late. And the Rogues' offense has really been on fire ever since we have come out of the bye week. 2 straight weeks we have scored over 30 points and looking to make it a third in a row. As the Knights, well, their backs are against the wall. They are 5-6 and threatening to be knocked out of the playoff race. They have got to find a way to win if they want to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. The Rogues have won the toss today, and we are going to elect to kick the ball. So Danilo Fantone will come out to kick it off. There's a look at the standings in the Sword Coast Division. Daggerford still pacing the division at 8-2-1, a game and a half ahead of the Waterdeep Dragons. Fantone boots the kickoff, and it'll be returnable for Quentin Griffin from the goal line. He will take it up the right side and breaks a tackle and gets it to about the 24. Tommy Tulips and company will get the ball first. Tulips has thrown 2,317 yards on the season with 18 touchdowns. He gets 16 picks. He's really thrown a whole lot of picks in the last few weeks, looking to get it together here. So he will go back to pass in the game's first play, and caught Marcus. That pass looked like it might have been deflected by Seamus Gilhooly, but Richie Marcus, the great tailback, with the concentration to haul in the pass. That'll gain them 7 yards and set them up with a second down and what looks like a short 3, maybe a 2.5. And they will come out of the I formation. Marcus will get the play fake, and now they go for the fullback, TJ Watkins slosh, and he will get it out across the 45, a first down for the Knights. And that's a good start for them. 2 pretty well executed plays to start out this game. Once again, they will come out of the I formation, and this time they will hand it to Marcus on the right side, and he will be tackled by Gerard Tumbleweed. That's a short gain, maybe a yard and a half. Last time these two teams played, Marcus had over 100 yards. He is averaging 5.5 yards per carry on the season, with over 1,200 rushing yards. Tulips back to pass here on second down. Looking off to the right and caught. That's going to be Jamel Parkman, and he absorbs a huge hit from Troy Polamalu, but holds onto the ball. And that'll be a first down for Neverwinter. 5th play of the drive upcoming, and they have the ball at the Rogues' 43-yard line. Safeties coming in to crowd the box here on first down as they've got 2 tight ends, and it's a toss play to Marcus on the right, trying to find the edge. And he makes a move and has a first down, a big run. About 15 yards on that one, taking it inside the 30-yard line to the 28. Neverwinter's offense clicking on this first drive of the game. And now a handoff to Marcus, and that won't go anywhere as Lefty Washington right there to stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain, it'll be 2nd and 10. 4 wide receivers in now for Marcus. For Tulips. Tulips back to pass here on first down, looking left, and caught Calico. And that will be just shy of the 20. And I beg your pardon, that was second down, and so now this will be a 3rd down and 3. Ball on the 20-yard line. Neverwinter would love to get a touchdown on this drive and not have to settle for a field goal. Defense once again crowding the box. And they will hand it to Marcus, and he's blown up by Justice Bunn. A loss of 3, and they will have to settle for 3 points after all. So a good drive, but it fizzles out at the end. They are unable to close it out in the end zone, and Wally Pinecone will come in to try a 40-yard field goal attempt to cap off the first drive of the game. The kick is up, and it is good. Neverwinter gets on the board first. It's 3-0 Knights. It was a good-looking drive, 9 plays, 51 yards. They executed on the run and the passing game. We'll see if they are able to keep it up against Daggerford's defense. And here's Spuds straight ahead across the 25, across the 30 to the 32. Well, last week, Daggerford got out to an extremely hot start on offense and just absolutely thrashed Mirabar. We will see if we are able to keep up that kind of momentum here today. On first down and 10, we're going to come out of the two tight end package. Appleseed back to pass. Looking outside on the left for Manamaliuna, and he can't hang on to it. Incomplete, right off his hands. Rogues trying to keep the season-long streak of scoring on the opening drive of the game. Second down and 10, Appleseed back to pass, looking left again for Tugboat this time, and he's got it. That'll be a gain of about 8 yards, and it'll set us up with a 3rd and short. 3rd and 3, we come out of the two tight end package again. Appleseed will run the play fake, and again looking for Manamaliuna, and he dropped it again! 2 drops on the first drive of the game for Brandon Manamaliuna. He was wide open. That would have been an easy conversion, but we will have to punt. Appleseed could not have put that any more on the money. It hit him right in between the numbers. Here is the rookie Fred Pantaleano, the lefty punter. And a kick. It's going to land inside the 10-yard line, and we will see where it bounces. It goes through the end zone for a touchback. Neverwinter starting from the 20-yard line. Chance to extend the lead here. They've got 2 tight ends here on first down. Richie Marcus, the single back in the backfield behind Tommy Tulips. He will get the call on the left. It's a toss, and nowhere to go as Justice Bunn sealed off the edge and made the tackle in the backfield. A 3-yard loss on first down. Second time already in this game we've seen Justice Bunn clog up a run play off that left side. And now it is 2nd and 13 for the Knights. Tulips back to pass. Looking over the middle, caught Jamel Parkman. And there is a flag on the play. Oh, and they're going to call that one back for holding. Will Shields that time got a piece of Cesar Villalobos, held on to him. Now it'll be 2nd and 21. Tulips back to pass. He has time and now hit. And the ball is out. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by Goodwin, the tight end, and that will lose them a bunch of yards. And now it'll be 3rd and 26. 3rd down, and they are backed up all the way at the 4-yard line. Tulips will hand it to Marcus. Left side, he breaks a tackle but does not get very far as he is tackled by Tumbleweed at the 8, and now on 4th and 22, they will have to punt. Bobby coming out from deep in his own end zone. He gets it away just barely, almost blocked it, and it is a short punt. Rhombus will take it at the 45 for the fair catch. We will start in Knights territory for this drive. Well, last time we were thwarted by a couple of drops by the number 2 tight end, Brandon Manamaliuna, and he is not on the field to start this one. Appleseed will go back to pass here, looking outside for Bennett, and he will catch it for a solid pickup on first down, about 6 yards to the 41. On 2nd down and 5, we will hand it to Bennett, and there's no room off that right side. A couple of Knights in the backfield making the play. A loss of 4, and now it'll be 3rd down and 8. Appleseed from the shotgun. He's got 5 wide receivers in. Going back to pass. Pressure coming now, and he's going to try to come back across to Gordon, and it's intercepted. Webster has it, taking it up the left side, and Appleseed will make the tackle at the 38-yard line. Jason Webster undercutting the pass, and Appleseed took too long that time, scrambled around in a panic, and threw the pick. So it's been a very good first quarter for the Neverwinter Knights. We'll see if they're able to capitalize after the turnover. They really need to get some points on this drive, so they have all the momentum. Tulips back to pass, and he will be sacked. Tumbleweed came through the middle that time and took him down in the backfield for a short loss. See him just overpowering the center that time and getting right to the quarterback. That is the 5th sack on the season for Gerard Tumbleweed. He is now tied for the team lead with Justice Bunn. They will send Goodwin in motion off to the left side on 2nd down and 14, and they've jumped off sides. It's the center that time, Devin Yeat, jumping early, and now that will push them back 5 more yards, and it'll be 2nd and 19. Tulips back to pass, looking off to the right, and caught. There's Parkman, and another flag coming in, and this will be a face mask on Lamar Ilko on the tackle. Tommy Tulips has started out hot. He is 5 of 5 for 57 yards. Throwing the ball all over this Daggerford defense, which again comes into this game last in the league against the pass. He will throw here on first down and get it to the fullback, TJ Walkinslosh, but not a lot of room to work with on that left side, and that'll go for no gain. Look at the total offense so far. The Rogues with just 8 yards. The Knights 64, and most of it coming through the air, as Tommy Tulips has been efficient and has yet to throw an incomplete pass in this first quarter. Hand off Richie Marcus, left side. He slips a tackle and can't spin away from lefty Washington, but he will get it inside the 20. Call that a gain of about 3. Here is Cobweb just whiffing on the tackle that time. Cobweb is an undersized cornerback, and it is very tough for him to bring down a guy with the size and athleticism of Richie Marcus. But Travis Cobweb is known as a great tackler for a cornerback. 3rd and 7. Tulips back to pass. Pressure, and Tumbleweeds got him again. The second sack on the drive for the big defensive tackle. So that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Neverwinter leading 3-0, and they will attempt a field goal when we start the second. Wally Pinecone in for the second time. He made once from 40 yards out, and this will be an attempt of 42. He's got the wind at his back this time. And the kick is up, and it's right down the middle. That'll make it 6-0 Knights. But hold on, there is a penalty, and it's running into the kicker. They'll decline it and keep the points on the board. So Neverwinter with all the momentum, but it feels like it could be a lot more than a 6-point lead for them, as they've been held out of the end zone twice by Daggerford's defense. Spuds here on the kickoff return will try to take it left, and he will get almost to the 30, taken down at the 28. First down and 10, and we will come out with 2 tight ends. It's going to be a handoff to Bennett on the right side, and he gets about 3 yards. Bennett held in check last time we played Neverwinter. Their good front 7 does a great job of limiting run plays. And here's a handoff to Bennett, and that will go for a loss. Tackled in the backfield by Richard Goolsby, who came through the line unblocked, and now it'll be 3rd down and 9. Definitely not the typical offense that we've seen from Daggerford, particularly in the first half. And now Appleseed going for Gordon, and he catches it. What a catch by Gordon, as Appleseed had pressure coming, and we get the first down all the way out to the 45-yard line. That'll keep the drive alive, and there we can see Alex Appleseed's stats. He has started out just 3 of 6, 27 yards and the pick. Now on first down, he will go back to pass again, looking for Bennett in the flat. He's got it, and that will get about 8 yards as he's hit hard by Jason Webster. 2nd down and 2, Appleseed starting out under center. He will go back to pass here, looking out in the flat for Lunchpail, and a nice catch by Mike Lunchpail. He turns it up and gets it to the 30. They tried to bring a blitz on that one, and Appleseed checked it down and found his guy coming out of the backfield, Mike Lunchpail, picking up a big gain, and now it'll be 1st down and 10. Handoff to Bennett, and he will fight his way through the hole, breaks a tackle, and gets a couple of yards. That was clogged up the middle. He found what little room was available to him, and now it'll be 2nd down and 8. Appleseed will start out under center, and he will go back to pass again, looking for Buckshank. He is wide open at the 10-yard line and taken down by a couple of Knights. That's another 1st down for the Rogues. That picked up 17 yards, and now the Rogues are knocking on the doorstep of the end zone. 1st down and 10 here. Appleseed will go back to pass, and nobody's open, and he will fire it into the end zone, trying to get it to Bennett, and he got it! Touchdown! What a catch by Damian Bennett! And Appleseed just taking a chance that time, and Bennett, behind the defense, got both feet in and absorbed a big hit from Wash Dishman. It's not exactly how you draw it up, as Appleseed just kind of scrambled around, took his time back there, and made something happen, firing it over the defender for Damian Bennett for the touchdown. 10-yard strike. And the Rogues here will have a chance to take the lead on the extra point. Danilo Fantone in for the kick. And he puts it up, and it's good. So the Rogues take the lead just like that. I had to figure it was only a matter of time before Daggerford's offense woke up. And they were able to take it right down the field in 8 plays for 68 yards and the touchdown, mostly thanks to some great passes by Alex Appleseed. The kickoff by Fantone will be returnable from about the 2 for Quentin Griffin. And he doesn't have any room off that left side. Sam Bamson making the tackle at the 17. Look at the offensive production so far. Both teams have run 14 plays, and the Rogues now are outgaining the Knights. Just like that, after one great drive. Now Tommy Tulips and company will come out for the first time trailing in this game. They will hand it to Marcus on the right side. He's got a lot of room over there, and he will pick up a 1st down with a 13-yard run as the tackle is made by Troy Polamalu at the 28. Another look at the offensive production. You can see the Rogues doing everything through the air. The Knights have been more balanced. Tulips back to pass here, looking left, and caught. There's Calico. And that'll be a 1st down on the 2nd straight play as they get it across the 40. Tulips looks really sharp to start this game. He has completed his first 7 passes for 69 yards through the air. Now a handoff to Marcus up the middle, and Justice Bunn with another tackle. That'll be a short gain, maybe about 2 or 3. Justice Bunn has been very active in this game so far, making plays off the left side. 2nd down and 8. Tulips will hand it to Marcus again, and there's Justice Bunn again, coming around the edge and making the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and now it'll be 3rd down and long. 3rd and 7. They will come out with 2 wide receivers set off the right side. Tulips back to pass. The defense is in a zone, and he completes it to Calico, who found the soft spot in the coverage, and that gets it into Rogues territory all the way to the 38-yard line. Now Tulips just had too much time back there. He was able to stand up in the pocket and make the read. So far, the only Rogue that's been able to get a pass rush has been Gerard Tumbleweed. Hand off Marcus up the middle, and he'll be tackled by Villalobos after a gain of 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 now. Tulips will start with 2 tight ends. He will send number 48, whoever that is, in motion and go back to pass. Hit as he throws, but gets it away anyway to Calico. And now there's a flag down, and they're going to call holding on McCoy. So that moves them all the way back to the 45-yard line. And now it'll be 2nd and 17. Tulips will start from the shotgun. Play fake now, and he's got all kinds of time, and that one's dropped by Calico, as he would have picked up about 6 yards on the completion, but couldn't hang on to the ball. 3rd down and 17 now, 4:04 to go in the 2nd quarter. They will come out with 3 wide receivers off to the left, defense in the dime. Tulips back to pass, pressure coming now, and he gets it away. Caught, Calico, short of the sticks, but that might be enough to bring them into field goal range. And no, they're going to bring out the punt unit from the 34-yard line. Well, this is just a chicken shit decision from the 34 of Daggerford in a game where you got to figure that the Knights need as many points as they can get, and they just punt it away, and this one's going to land inside the 1 and go for a touchback. Knights fans watching this abroad are no doubt screaming into their scrying pools, as that was just a pathetic decision, and it could come back to haunt them. Handoff. Oh, a huge block downfield that time by Girlfriend Vancouver, trucking a defender, picking up another pancake, and that is an 8-yard gain for Damian Bennett. Vancouver, the class of the Daggerford Rogues offensive line, one of the better left tackles in the league. Now on 2nd down and 2, we will try Bennett off the right side this time as he rumbles forward for a 1st down and a gain of 5. If the Rogues can get Damian Bennett going, they will really be in business, as he has been shut down so far in the first half, but a couple of nice runs in a row to start this drive. And now, as we approach the 2-minute warning, we will send Buckshank in motion off to the left side, and we've got a play fake called Appleseed. Pressure coming, and he is taken down in the backfield. Had to scramble for his life as Rashard Goolsby got him for an 8-yard loss, and that'll take us into the 2-minute warning. 2nd down and 18. Appleseed starting from the shotgun, empty backfield, and he will go back to pass. And now he's going to look over the middle for Eel, and caught! What a catch by Charles Eel, the concentration to hang on to it inside their territory, as he was hit immediately upon receiving the pass, and now Appleseed will hurry everybody up to the line. A minute 47 to go in the half, and he is going to call an audible at the line of scrimmage, sending Buckshank off to the right. And now he's got the play that he likes. Going back to pass, they are in a zone coverage, and he looks for Buckshank across the middle, caught for a 1st down, and that'll move the chains. And once again, they will hustle up to the ball with a minute and a half to go in the first half. And Appleseed changing the play again. We're going to have Buckshank lined up in the backfield. Appleseed will go back to pass here, and he will look outside for Buckshank, and he dropped it. Couldn't hang on to it. That'll stop the clock with a minute 16 to go. 2nd and 10 from the 33. Appleseed will start from the shotgun here. He goes back to pass. Looking deep left for Sandman, and he can't hang on to it. That would have been an incredible catch, as he was leaping and hit hard by a defender. Now it'll be 3rd and 10 from the 33-yard line, and Appleseed will come out of the shotgun with 4 wide receivers in once again. He will be going back to pass, and nobody open here, as he will try to get it to Bennett, and that one in the dirt for an incompletion. And so on 4th and 10, we will bring out Danilo Fantone to try the 51-yard attempt. The Kick is up, and it is drifting right, and good, just barely snuck inside the post that time. A 51-yard field goal by Fantone, and that one had the distance to be good from a whole lot longer out. That'll cap off the 9-play drive, and Daggerford will lead now 10-6. Quentin Griffin back for the kickoff return here. Fantone boots it away. It'll be returnable from about the 2. See what Griffin does here, trying to pick up some blocking across the middle, and tracked down by Sam Bamson, the heat-seeking missile. And they will have 59 seconds. We will see what they do. On first down and 10, Tulips will come out of the shotgun. He's got Marcus in the backfield with him, and he goes back to run it on a quarterback draw, and he'll pick up about 5 yards. Neverwinter calls their first time out with 56 seconds to go in the half. Second and 5, Tulips from the shotgun. He goes back to pass, pressure from Tumbleweed, and now gets it away on the left side and dropped. Calico had it go right through his hands as he was thinking maybe about tapping the toes. But concentrating a little too much on that and not enough on completing the pass. And now with 52 seconds to go in the half, they'll have a third down. Tulips back to pass, and wide open on the left side is Calico. He makes up for his drop and tackled in bounds by Justice Bunn, so they will have to call a timeout now with 48 seconds on the clock. Calico already with 5 catches for 58 yards. He is their number 1 receiver, has really broken out in the last couple of years. He has 46 catches for 8 touchdowns on the season, and now Tulips pulling it down and running, and he will gain about a yard. Tackled by Gilhooly off that right side. Short gain, and now it'll be second down. He will come out of the shotgun. Back to pass. We bring the blitz. They pick it up. He completes it to Calico, his 6th catch already. And that will be just short of the sticks. And with 30 seconds to go, they will have a third down and inches. Tulips back to pass. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws, but he gets it away. Jamel Parkman stays in bounds. And the clock will run, but that's a first down inside the 40, and they're going to have to hurry back up to the ball. And Parkman, no doubt, is going to get a chewing out for that one as they're forced to call their last timeout with 20 seconds left on the clock. You can see Neverwinter's coach, Mike Shanahan, just throwing up his hands on the sideline saying, "Why didn't you go out of bounds?" Now Parkman lined up off that right side. Calico in motion off the left. Tulips back to pass. Hit as he throws again. Caught Richie Marcus, and he will be ridden out of bounds. And that should stop the clock with 16 seconds to go, a 9-yard gain. It looks like they aren't going to waste any time here. They're going to bring out Wally Pinecone to attempt a 47-yard field goal. He's already made twice from 40 yards out earlier in the game. Once again with the wind behind him to try to make it a 1-point game going into the half. The kick is good, and it's 10-9. Pinecone with 3 first-half field goals, and this is a close game going into the break. Neverwinter leaving it all out on the field as they have got to win if they want to keep alive in the playoff chase. Spuds breaking a tackle now, and Otis Spuds taken down from behind. Oh, just barely. He almost broke that one out. That was a great-looking kickoff return, but he was just barely unable to outspeed that last defender. And now on first down and 10 here, we will set up a screen pass off the left. Bennett will be taken down for a loss, and that is how we will go into the half. The Rogues leading 10-9. We will get the ball to start the second. Here's a look at the halftime stats. See the Rogues unable to run the ball. Meanwhile, Neverwinter has been passing it very efficiently. Otis Spuds will take this one from the goal line. Trying to find some blockers up the middle, and he will take it across the 20 to about the 24. Daggerford with just 11 rushing yards in the first half. We will try to establish some balance on the offense. It's a little bit concerning that we've not been able to block for Damian Bennett. And here's a good play. We start out with a 7-yard run off the left side. So that one was pretty well blocked. That will set us up with a second down and 3 now. Another look at the offensive production. The Knights dominating in time of possession and yards so far. Now on second and 3, Appleseed changing the play at the line of scrimmage. He will go back to pass. And looking deep for Gordon off the right side, and almost had it. That was a desperation pass. He was hit right after he released the ball. So the pressure was coming from Orpheus Roy. Third and 3, 2 tight end package in. Appleseed going back to pass. And nobody's open now, and he's going to release it for Bennett on the right, and knocked away by Yaj Namarov. So they had good coverage downfield on that one. Antoliano in for the second time now on 4th and 3 from his own 30-yard line. The kick is away, and it is a booming punt once again from the rocket-footed Pantoliano, and Griffin will take it from inside the 20 And across the 30, tackled by Bean Stewart at the 31. Tommy Tulips with a chance to take the lead on this drive. Down by 1 point. They will run a play fake on first down and caught Parkman in between a couple of defenders that time as Ilko had his back turned to the play and Tulips stood in with Gilhooly chasing him down and completed the pass for a first down. Now they will come out with 2 tight ends and they will hand it to Marcus up the middle. A good run. He picks up about 6, getting it near midfield. The ball right on the 50-yard line. A 2nd down and 4 upcoming. Once again, we look at the offensive stats so far as they send Goodwin in motion off to the left. It's a play fake, and they will go for Marcus, but that pass a little inaccurate from Tulips. A big 3rd down and 4 upcoming. The sellout crowd here in Daggerford making a lot of noise. And we will see what they do as Tulips will go back to pass, and now he's going to pull it down and try to run, and he's taken down by Sarkhan the Wise for a loss. They tried the quarterback keeper, a naked bootleg off to the right side, but the defense was ready for it, and now they will have to punt it away. That's not what I would have called on that 3rd down and 4, as Tommy Tulips has been passing the ball so effectively, but they tried to have him run it, thinking the defense wouldn't be ready. And now Rhombus is going to let this one bounce. Oh, and it's going to bounce inside the 10 and be down at the 5. That was a low line drive punt, and I think Kevin Rhombus thought that it was going to bounce and go straight into the end zone for a touchback, but instead we will be backed up at our own 5-yard line to start this drive. And on first down, we hand it to Bennett up the middle, and he will pick up about 6 yards. A nice run off that right side. 2nd and 4, and they're going to crowd the box, and we're going to run it at him anyway. And that was a bad call, as Cheesesteak missed the block that time, and Wash Dishman came through and made the play for a loss of 3. Now it'll be 3rd and 7. Neverwinter's defense doing a great job so far on the Rogues. So we've been able to convert just 1 out of 5 3rd down chances. And now Appleseed looking for Buckshank across the middle. He's got it. That'll convert to the 25-yard line. Buckshank, the Rogues' leading receiver each of the last 3 years. He's got 3 catches now on the day for 44 yards. On first down and 10 here from about the 24-yard line, Appleseed will start out with the single back formation. He goes back to pass looking for Gordon on the right, and that is an easy pitch and catch across the 30 for about 7. 2nd and 3 now, Appleseed with the I formation. He will go back to pass looking for Buckshank. He's got it, and that'll be a first down to the 39-yard line. Appleseed starting to find some rhythm here in the passing game with Buckshank and Gordon. We've been moving the ball well on this drive. It started all the way back at the 5-yard line, and now a handoff to Bennett on the left end. That one goes nowhere. Justin Soupcan making the play. Soupcan, if you remember last game, was involved in some extracurriculars, got in a fight with girlfriend Vancouver as the clock struck 0 in the last time these two teams faced. I think I incorrectly identified that as somebody else, but it was Soupcan, so that'll be something to keep an eye on today. So Appleseed looking left for Cheesesteak, and he will make the easy catch for about 9 yards. That'll set us up with a 3rd and short. It's always testy when these two teams play. A fierce rivalry game, especially the rivalry between Soupcan and Vancouver, 2 of the league's best players in the trenches. Now on 3rd and inches here, we will hand it to Bennett on the right. He picks up the first down and gets it across midfield, a gain of about 4. Bennett has found some holes in the second half, but his longest run of the day still just 7 yards. First down and 10 here. Appleseed back to pass, and he will look for Bennett in the flat. He's got it for an easy first down, and a gain of about 15 as they left him uncovered. Bennett for his career, 164 receptions and 9 touchdowns. He has already gotten into the end zone once today with a fabulous catch right at the back of the end zone. On first down and 10, Appleseed back to pass, looking for Gordon on the right side. He makes the catch. That'll be about 8 yards. Gordon really getting a lot more involved in the offense today, as he, I think, may have already set his season high in receptions in this one. We are really trying to get him the ball, as he has had the hot hand. And now Cheesesteak open in the flat again, and he holds onto it and stays in bounds. A tightrope act by Jamar Cheesesteak, his 2nd catch on this drive. They left him wide open again. Appleseed found him for a first down. 1st and 10 from just outside the 10-yard line. The first down marker just inside the 1. We will toss it to Lunchpail on the right. He picks up a block and gets it inside the 10. Gain of about 3. 2nd down and 7 Bennett, the lone back in the backfield. Appleseed will go back to pass, looking outside for Buckshank, and knocked away. A great play in coverage that time by Jeremetrius Butler. 3rd and 7. Appleseed back to pass again. And nobody's open here. He's going to try to get it to Bennett, and he will catch it, but that'll only gain about a yard, as he had a defender all over him. Butler again making the play. And they hold us out of the end zone. We'll be forced to kick a field goal here. It was a hell of a drive by the Rogues. We started all the way back at our own 5-yard line and drove it to the Neverwinter 6. But we will have to settle for the second field goal attempt of the game for Danilo Fantone. And the kick is up and good. That'll make it 13-9. A 15-play drive that time. And we capped it off with 3 points. Fantone now in to kick it away. Uh-oh. And he boots it sideways, and that one's going to go out of bounds. So an illegal procedure penalty on the kicker. And they will start at the 40. Good field position to start this drive for Neverwinter. 1st down and 10. Marcus will send the tight end Goodwin in motion off to the right. And he will go back to pass. Looking right. Caught. Parkman. That'll be close to a 1st down. We'll see where they put him. And they say he did just get across the sticks. So 1st down at the 50. Inside 1 minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. In a close matchup. A rivalry game between 2 divisional opponents. And off Marcus up the middle, and he bounces it right now. Breaks a tackle. Finds the edge. And is forced out of bounds by Boomstick. But a nice looking run. He picked up about 9 yards. 2nd down and about a yard and a half now. They will once again go to Marcus right up the middle, and he picks up the 1st down. Polamalu making the tackle after a gain of about 6. And that is how the 3rd quarter will come to a close. The Rogues leading 13-9, but Neverwinter has the ball in Daggerford territory. Shaping up for an exciting finish here today, as this has been close all game long. Neverwinter fighting for their playoff lives. And they will send Goodwin in motion off to the left side. I formation behind Tulips. It's a toss play to Marcus, and he breaks a tackle and gets about a yard, but that's going to be a face mask penalty on Bunn on the tackle. That'll get them about 5. Once again, we look at the points allowed per game for the Rogues, averaging 18.5. And they will go for Baptiste Richard, the tight end, and he's hit hard by Cobweb, the tiny Cobweb, taking down the huge tight end, Baptiste Richard, making his 1st catch of the game. He is a load to bring down, but we mentioned earlier, Cobweb, one of the better tacklers in the league at the cornerback position. There's Tommy Tulips' stats, 16 of 19 on the day. He's had a fabulous performance. Handoff to Marcus, goes for about 4 off the right. Gilhooly making the tackle that time. And a 2nd down and 6 now. And they will come out with a 2 tight end package. I formation, handoff Marcus left side. He's got tons of room and gets it inside the 5. Washington finally tracked him down and kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal for the Knights at the 3. Fantastic opportunity here for Neverwinter to regain the lead. 13-9, and they need to get it into the end zone. Tulips back to pass. Hit as he throws. Nearly intercepted by Washington. It went right off his mitts as Justice Bunn got the pressure that time and got in the face of Tulips. That would have been a soul-killing interception. Instead, they will have another chance, and Marcus hit and kept out of the end zone by, I think that was Boomstick making the play, and now it'll be 3rd down and goal. 69 rushing yards on the day for Neverwinter, and now 3rd down and goal from inside the 1. They will go for a quarterback sneak, and Tulips is in untouched. Touchdown, Tommy Tulips, and the Knights regain the lead. The extra point from Wally Pinecone to make it a 3-point game. It's up and good, and Neverwinter now leads 16-13. Otis Spuds back for the return. He almost broke one earlier in the game, but couldn't quite elude the last tackler. And he will start this one from about the 7, going straight up the middle, and now cutting it right, and there was no room over there. Tackled at the 25. So the Rogues now will take over at the 25-yard line, trailing by 3 with 9:31 to go in the 4th quarter. Time not really a factor yet. We can call everything in the playbook. And we're going to start out with a run for Bennett off the left. He slips a tackle, picks up about 6 yards. Wash Dishman making the tackle there at the 30. Rogues still with just 31 rushing yards on the day. As Damian Bennett still can't get it going. Toss play to Bennett, right side, and he will cut it back and dives forward for a gain of about 3 or 4, and that'll set us up now with a 3rd down and short. 3rd down and 2, we've got 3 tight ends in, and we will hand it to Bennett on a great play coming through the middle that time by Orpheus Roy, the defensive tackle, overpowering the center. And that will be a 3 and out. We tried 3 straight run plays. That was supposed to be a run to the outside of the right, and it was well blocked over there, but Roy just made a superhuman effort to break the block and get in the backfield. And so now we will have to punt. Here is Pantaleano, booting it deep off to the right side, and it will be caught at about the 13 by Griffin. And he takes it across the 20 to the 24. Knights with a 3-point lead. They would love to add to it here. If they can get it into the end zone, they would make it a 2-possession game. Tulips will start out under center. He hands it off to Marcus, and Gerard Tumbleweed right there to make the stop in the backfield. That play lost them 3 yards. 2nd and 13 upcoming. 7 minutes to go in the game. Tulips under center once again. Marcus in the backfield behind him. Be another handoff to Marcus, left side, and this time he's got room. He will pick up a solid gain to about the 30. A huge 3rd down now for the Daggerford defense. We really need to get them off the field on 3rd and 4 here. Going to come up and crowd the box as they hand it to Marcus, left side. He's going to pick up the 1st down. Tackled by Boomstick across the 35, and that'll keep the clock running, and it'll be a fresh set of downs for the Knights. Rogues have won this matchup 3 times in a row after dropping both games back in Season 1 to Neverwinter. We have taken care of business against this team, but they are looking to reverse that here today. And they've come out and made a spirited performance, particularly Tulips. Now a handoff Marcus up the middle, and that's another solid gain in the run game. About 8 yards, as it looks like the Rogues defense might be starting to wear down a little bit. 2 receivers split out wide to the right. They will send Walk and Slosh over to the left, the fullback. Handoff. Oh no, they can't get the handoff. That might have been a play fake there, but Sarkon the Wise made the play in the backfield. A big loss of about 4. Now it'll be 3rd and 7. Huge play by Sarkon that time, getting off the block and making something happen in the backfield. Now Neverwinter will have a 3rd and 7. They are 5 of 10 on 3rd down conversions today. Tulips from the shotgun. Back to pass. Pressure from Tumbleweed. Hit as he throws, but caught anyway. It's Calico. Across the 50 to the 45-yard line, right in front of Tyler Boomstick, making the play. A 16-yard pickup, and they move the chains. And now time starting to become a factor with just over 4 minutes to go in the game. That's the 7th reception on the day for Calico, and what more can you say about the performance today by Tommy Tulips? He has been just sublime. A handoff Marcus up the middle. That's another 1st down. They will pick up 12 yards as Marcus weaved his way through the hole. Walk and Slosh leading the way that time with a great block on Justice Bunn. The Knights now with 95 rushing yards on the day. And that running game is the key to closing it out late as it keeps the clock running. 3.5 to go in the game now. And it will be another handoff to Marcus, and there's Tumbleweed making another play as he stops him for a short gain. 2nd and 8 upcoming now. They will come out of the 2 tight end package. Tulips will send the receiver in close off to the right side. Carey is in the game now as Marcus has checked out for this play. And another sack. This time it's Martin Canterbury. I remembered his name. Taking Tulips down in the backfield before he could even hand it. I think that was supposed to be a handoff. Now it'll be 3rd down and 12 from the 34-yard line. Crucial play here for the Daggerford defense. We have got to stop them on this play. Tulips with Marcus in the backfield behind him. The defense is in the dime package. They will hand it to Marcus, and he's going to get the 1st down as they blocked it up the middle. We didn't have the numbers on defense that time. I called the wrong damn play, and that'll be a 1st down for the Knights. And that will take us now to the 2-minute warning, as the Rogues are going to have to start calling timeouts. Well, I didn't think that the last time we had the ball would be the last time we would have a chance. I really regret calling those 3 run plays in a row now, because I really thought we would be able to get the ball back, as now Tulips hit as he throws. Larry Law creating the pressure there, and that'll stop the clock. An incomplete pass. Now it'll be 2nd and 10. Neverwinter evidently trying to catch us off guard by throwing the ball there, and it blew up in their faces. Now on 2nd and 10, we will crowd the box with Marcus in the backfield. The I formation, and Walk and Slosh jumped off sides. That'll move him back 5. That'll make it 2nd and 15. The Rogues defense needs to get them off the field. I keep saying it, but my goodness, we've really just got to do it. Handoff Walk and Slosh, left side, a good pickup inside the 20, and we will have to call our first timeout with 1:55 to go, and it'll be 3rd down and 7. Neverwinter can essentially ice the game if they could just get a first down on this play. Tulips under center. He will go back to pass. Pressure coming now, and he completes it to Goodwin for a first down inside the 10-yard line with 1:50 to go, and that is probably going to do it. We will call a timeout, our second one now. 1:50 to go. But this has just been an absolutely perfect drive for Neverwinter, exactly what they needed, plodding right down the field, taking a lot of plays, taking all the time off the clock, just sucking the life out of Daggerford. Now a handoff to Marcus, left side, and he will break a tackle and get to the 1-yard line, held just out of the end zone, and we will call our final timeout here. Neverwinter can make it a 2-possession game if they can get it into the end zone. If we can hold them to a field goal, it will be just a 6-point lead. Tulips on second and goal. Hand it to Marcus, and he is stuffed. Gilhooly making the tackle that time. And now it'll be third down and goal from the 3. We'll see how much time they're going to tick off the clock here, as they could run it down to about a minute to go in the fourth quarter. And they will snap it in a hurry instead, and it's Marcus getting in the end zone. Touchdown. So Neverwinter catching the defense off guard with the quick snap that time. A 2-yard touchdown run, and that'll put them ahead by 9 with the extra point pending. So here is Pinecone for the extra point attempt. It is up and good, and the Knights lead 23-13. 1:25 to go in the game. Daggerford down by 10 points. We need a touchdown, onside kick recovery, and at least a field goal. Spuds from the 1. He will try to take it up the middle, and look at the C's part for him. A nice return. Takes it across the 30 to the 32. We've got to keep it toward the sidelines here. Got to get it into the end zone in a hurry. Or at the very least, get it in field goal range. Appleseed from the shotgun here. He will go back to pass. And he will look across the middle, and incomplete. A dangerous pass into traffic that time as he was trying to get it to Gordon. Second down and 10. Appleseed back to pass. And he's sacked way back in the backfield at the 12-yard line, and we're going to call... Oh, we can't call a timeout. We're out of timeouts. Got to get back up to the ball. Third and forever upcoming now. The game pretty much rests on this conversion. We will, of course, go for it if we don't make it. So we've got nothing to lose at this point. And Appleseed, what in the world was that? He threw it to nobody. I think he was trying to get it to Eel, but that wasn't even close to his vicinity. And now it is 4th and 20. 55 seconds to go in the game. Everything rests on this play. And we're going for Sandman. And he's got it. And he will go out of bounds. Another clutch reception by Tim Sandman. 25 yards on 4th and 20. So we stay alive, just barely. When you need a big play, you can always go to Tim Sandman. He is so clutch. Just the most clutch receiver I think I've ever had in Madden. First down and 10 now. Appleseed going back to pass. And he will look left now for Buckshank, and that one's knocked away. Delbert on the coverage. Gets a hand on the pass. 45 seconds to go. Appleseed from the shotgun. Taking a shot deep on the left for Tugboat, and knocked away. Delbert again getting a hand on the pass. We are really at that stage in the game where we have got to be taking deep shots. Now on third down and 10, Appleseed will go back to pass again, trying to float it out for Sandman on the left, and he can't hang on to it. Incomplete. 35 seconds to go, and now 4th and 10. Well, everybody's tired. All the receivers are tired from running routes. So now we've got Dash Franklin and Otis Spuds in the game. Appleseed will go back to pass here. Rolling left. He's got to get rid of it. It's 4th down. Throwing it for Bennett, but that one goes nowhere. It's going to be a turnover on downs. And it looks like the Knights are going to hold on. 23-13. A fantastic performance for them as they keep their playoff hopes alive. They can send Tommy Tulips out to kneel down here, as they have earned their 23-13 victory. The Rogues getting back in the loss column. This is going to drop us to 8-3-1 as the clock strikes 0, and the Neverwinter Knights stay alive in the playoff chase with a huge win on the road against Daggerford. They fought hard and they played a great game on defense, limiting Damian Bennett. Starting to become a little concerning that the Rogues just cannot seem to run the football at all. But this one is all over. Let's take a look at the stats. You can see the Rogues held to just 233 yards of total offense. We had just 34 on the ground. The Knights outgained us by almost 100 on the ground. Alex Appleseed had one of his worst games of the season. which really isn't saying a lot, as he's had almost exclusively great games, but this one was a little bit of a stinker, finishing 19 of 34, 216 yards, one touchdown, one pick. He was sacked twice, and he had a 6.3 yards per attempt average, which will bring that season total down. Damian Bennett had just 31 yards on 14 attempts, as it really isn't his fault so much. It's just that the offensive line cannot seem to open holes for him. He was our leading receiver today with 6 catches for 38 yards, including a touchdown. Buckshank had 4 more receptions for 51 yards today. Girlfriend Vancouver, of course, ate the most pancakes, as they always do. Defensively, Justice Bunn, the leading tackler, as he put in a spirited performance off that outside linebacker spot, 9 tackles, including 2 in the backfield for a loss. Gerard Tumbleweed had 2 sacks, and Sarkon the Wise had 1. And he also forced a fumble, but ultimately that ended up being recovered by the offense. Danilo Fantone, 2 for 2, including a 51-yard field goal. He has rebounded well after missing that kick in Cremor. Brett Pantoliano, my goodness, what a performance he had. 3 punts for a 53.3 average. That's incredible. And over on the Knights side of things, Tommy Tulips with a great game, finishing 18 of 23 for 196 yards, completing 78% of his passes for a 102.2 passer rating. He also had 7 rushing attempts for negative 10 yards, which is kind of a funny stat line. Richie Marcus, a great game on the ground for him, 124 yards and a touchdown on 28 attempts, as he continues to be the engine driving this Neverwinter offense. Just an incredible tailback, 99 overall, and a great player in every facet of the game. Tyrone Calico, 7 catches for 82 yards as their leading receiver. And TJ Walkinslosh, the fullback, ate 7 pancakes today, finishing just ahead of DeGlester Hardunkenchud for the team lead for the Knights. Wash Dishman, the leading tackler, and the interception by Jason Webster was a turning point in the first half. Now that's going to do it for this one. The player of the game, Richie Marcus, a jock who likes balls. He had 28 carries for 124 yards and got into the end zone. So let's take a look around the league at week 13 and see what happened. The Beardusk Harpers over in the NFC improved to 7-5 with a 23-19 victory over the Druids. The Druids are pretty much out of it at 3-9, but the Harpers remain alive in the playoff chase. The Tigers have destroyed the Roosters 41-10, both of those teams out of playoff contention. The Minzo Bronze and Spiders drop their second in a row as they lose 37-3 to the Full Tanther Panthers, who are one of many NFC teams competing for a bye week. The Beholders and Rangers doesn't matter. The game of the week was the Icewind Dale Direwolves against the Luskin Fireballs, a matchup of 2 NFC North division foes. The Direwolves take this one 24-14, and both of those teams are going to be tied atop that division at 8-4. Both definite Super Bowl contenders with great quarterbacks and high-powered offenses. The Mind Flayers have defeated the Sharks 21-10 to get back into the win column. They are now 8-4. And right behind the Rogues, competing for that number 2 seed in the AFC. The Miners have won a game. They have rebounded after getting blown out last week. They win 17-10 over the Blink Dogs, and they improved to 7-5 and still are holding on to first place in that AFC North division. The Owl Bears and Iron Golems played a classic game, 39-34. What a game this was, as high scoring on both sides. Let's take a look at the finish here. In the fourth quarter, it looks like there was a punt return for Cremor to put them ahead, and then an interception return for Esbaltaran with 3:24 to go. So a couple of return touchdowns there in the fourth quarter. Cremor holding on to drop the Owlbears to 8-4. The Zombies defeated the Hell Wasps 20-9. The Zentile Keep looking to defend their Super Bowl championship from last year. They improved to 8-4. And there's the Knights and the Rogues, the game we just watched. The Ravens and Space Hamsters. Let's see if Baldur's Gate can stay winning. And they do, an overtime finish against the Ravens, winning 16-13, and they are now 7-5 and looking to compete for a wild card spot at the very least. The Hamsters, you've got to commend the improvements that they've made this season. Here's a huge game, the Adventurers and the Dragons. Waterdeep has got to take care of business at home, or else they're going to be tied with Baldur's Gate. And they lose 29-15. Well, the Dragons, there's got to be some trouble in Paradise, as they have really fallen off this season. They started out hot, 4-0, but they have been just 3-5 since, as they lose another one, and they're now going to be tied with Baldur's Gate for second place in the division. and the Knights right behind both of them at 6-6. The Rogues, that really helps out our playoff cause as we lost a game, but so did the Dragons, so we will still be at least a game and a half ahead of them for the division crown. Thay against the Snakes, the Red Wizards trying to make it back to the playoffs, and they have picked up a huge victory in Sthartisson, winning 24-21 to improve to 6-6. The Red Wizards haven't missed the playoffs so far in this series. The Giants and the Imps, Yartar looking to improve their fortunes. They improved to 500 with a 30-10 victory, as they were in the playoffs last season and are in a bit of a dire straits this year. The Trolls have defeated the Unicorns 36-24, and then the Gnolls and Pirates on Monday Night Football. And the Pirates take care of business 31-10, improving their lead over Daggerford. It looks like Port Nyanzaru all but guaranteed to have first place in the AFC, and they will have home field advantage in the playoffs. Let's take a look at those standings really quick, and we can see the Rogues still holding on to that number 2 seed, but just barely ahead of the Mind Flayers, who are at 8-4. The Miners leading the North Division, and then the wildcard teams at the season ended today would be 2 division foes, the Space Hamsters, who we have not seen yet this season. We always seem to play them late in the year, and the Dragons, who are one of the only teams to have beaten the Rogues so far. Both of them at 7-5, competing for those wildcard spots. Over in the NFC, they're all 8-4. Everybody's tied once again in the NFC, and then you've got all these 7-5, 6-6 teams looking to stay alive. But man, that conference is just stacked. The Luskan Fireballs, Esmaltaran Owlbears, Zentile Keep Zombies, Icewind Dale Direwolves, Sthartisson Snakes, and Thultanther Panthers, all at 8-4 with 4 games to go, and it is going to be a thrilling finish in the NFC to see who comes away with those first 2 seeds. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode of Fantasy Football. I will see you next time. I'm Todd Gonzalez. I hope you have a wonderful day,